Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's...
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday Nighter between the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator said right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight end, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Shoot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready? 58 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going.
Let's go, let's go!
Complete to number 87.
Here we go! 50, plant.
First down.
Get ready, get ready.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins, and he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 18.
Ready, ready. 18, Gator.
First down.
Give me that ball, defense.
On first down, Irving.
Under 10, under 10.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. These sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up and they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Sack! Got him! Let's go, boys! Let's go!
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. It's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
55! Right there in the middle. 55! Come on! You better bring that!
They'll run on first down. Frederick. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw. Curry. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
Hey, let's go! Interception all day, baby!
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a...
Let's go! Interception, baby, all day!
Set, ready? 10 logo.
4 down! Alert!
Shoot!
On first down, Irving. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Cousins to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Curry, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Curry. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Green. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run the counter. Frederick. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I got you, son.
From the gun on 3rd down. Curry. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Frederick. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
55 is my guy, 55.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he will find his man on the outside. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, baby.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
Let's go.
They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Curry. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. From a yard out. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Cousins throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, and that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
Let's go, baby.
Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go!
So we reach halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Curry. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Jam.
On 1st down, Frederick. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Oh, yeah!
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Cousins now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second down now, Irving. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo!
Oh, fighting off the defender. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
65.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's gonna get this inside the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action here on first down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Frederick, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They run the counter. Frederick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
25 yards there on the catch and run. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Frederick, he's got the first down. down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Perkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, it's Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll run on 1st down. Frederick. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll keep it on the ground. Frederick. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Curry. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
55.
Back to throw. Curry. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll throw again. Cousins. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
One last shot now for Cousins. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they